of Gandhi Jayanti. Most respected SMT of this prestigious educational institution, Honorable Principal of this premier Temple of Learning, all the learned and not today, Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated in every nook and cranny of the country. This day, it is 2nd October, two great souls of India, namely Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and simultaneously Lal Bahadur Shastri, both of them came out from the womb of their mothers. The parents of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi were Karamchand Gandhi, his father, and Putlibai, his mother. On the contrary, ladies and gentlemen, the parents of Lal Bahadur Shastri were Sharada Prasad, his father, and at the same time Ram Mudali Devi, his mother. So these two people, they were the emblems, or I could say the true figures of honesty, humility, and truthfulness. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he was born on 2nd October by the year 1869, and Lal Bahadur Shastri, who came out from the womb of his mother on 2nd October 1904. Lal Bahadur Shastri was born at Mughal Sarai in the vicinity of Kashi in the year 1904. Lal Bahadur Shastri, his nickname was, he was known as man of peace, man of tranquility, man of quiescence, ladies and gentlemen. So, the salient features, if we examine very minutely, we will come across the salient features of these two towering and pleasing personalities the world has ever come across are honesty and humility. Gandhiji advocated Satyagraha, that is the adventure of courage, non-violence, and truth. So he was known for his etiquette and nonchalant behavior, attitude, and never failing attitude at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, Lal Bahadur Shastri was the second Prime Minister of independent India. He was in his tenure, or he served as Prime Minister of the country only for 19 months. And he breathed his last, or he left for heavenly abode on 11th January 19 1996. 1966. Please make it have a correction. Now, Lal Bahadur Shastri, he died in the year 1966 at Tashkent, Uzbekistan. But the mystery of his demise is not known to us. The way he left for heavenly abode, the way of his perishing from this globe is unknown. Subhash Chandra Bose, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, Lal Shastri, he graduated in the year 1926. 1926. 1926 at the age of 22. At the age of 22, he graduated from Kashi Vidyapith. And Lal Bahadur Shastri, he was awarded Bharat Ratna posthumously. Ladies and gentlemen, Lal Bahadur Shastri, he promoted white revolution, green revolution. He provided moral booster. He had provided goosebumps to the peasant class, to the farmers, for more production of food, the food production. So green revolution was initiated by Lal Bahadur Shastri in the year 1965, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, so far as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is concerned, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi in the year 1891, he went to London to study law. And thereafter, in the year 1893, he went to South Africa to practice law. After stepping in South Africa, he was pained. He was utterly pained when he visualized the intimidation, exploitation of the Indians in South Africa, ladies and gentlemen. So, he had made up his mind to stay back there, and he stayed there for 21 years, ladies and gentlemen. In the year 1915, it was Gopal Krishna Gokhale who played a pivotal role to bring back Gandhi to India. The year was 1950, ladies and gentlemen. Gandhiji, he was instrumental. He played an active role in the Khilafat movement. And ladies and gentlemen, he also a movement in our country. So all his principles were based on Satyagraha, of courage, non-violence, and truth. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he was popularly known as, he was called, his emphasis rather, as the father of the nation. And at the same time, we call him Bapu. Ladies and gentlemen, the proud son of India, the Gandhian principles have been advocated and materialized, imitated in every nook and corner of the world. The global population, they have acknowledged the privileges, the merits, the beneficial aspects of Gandhian principles. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was influenced by Rousseau, Ruskin, Tolstoy, and above all Jesus Christ. He was bewitched and a murdered flesh He also was influenced by Bhagavad Gita. And that's why we visualize, we encounter all these noble principles in his personality and character, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Gandhi, I was speaking about Kedah. Kedah, this is a village in Gujarat, in the state of Gujarat. There's a village or hamlet known as Kedah. There was a violent storm. A storm and flood hit that village. Then there was no production at all. The farmers, the poor farmers, the impoverished and underprivileged farmers, they wished for waiving of taxes. The exploitation of the Marathas and Dalatas, the revenue officers, which were only present at the very time, they were intimidating, exploiting, treating the poor farmers like anything, ladies and gentlemen. Gandhi marched. And Gandhi, he initiated the signature campaign. And then what happened, do you know? That in the year 1918, the government, they resolved to relax the poor farmers from paying taxes for a while when there was famine. It was decided till the famine is over, no more taxes will be taken from the Khilafat movement, ladies and gentlemen. There was riot in our country. People were killing the Hindus and Muslims. They started bickering, squabblings. There was loggerheads. They were exterminating, eliminating one another. Gandhi arose. He left no stone unturned to console the both religious sects, the Hindus and the Muslims. And that's why he undertook fast. In that very year, he undertook fast just to stop this bloodshed. In the year 1948, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there was one fanatic, Nathuram Godse. In the same year, after a few days, he assassinated the father of the nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. We know him as Mahatma. Mahatma, meaning of Mahatma is great soul, the spirit of a person. He was the spiritual and political leader of our country, ladies and gentlemen. Gandhi, in the year 1916, Louis Fisher asked him when this idea came to his mind that the Britishers should be evicted from our country. Gandhi replied in the year 1917, ladies and gentlemen. When Gandhi went to South Africa, then after going through the beautiful handwriting of the lawyers, the advocates, he was flabbergasted. He was spellbound. Then this notion came to his mind that good handwriting should be regarded as a sign of perfect education, and bad handwriting should be regarded as a sign of imperfect education, ladies and gentlemen. We know that Gandhi, his father was ill. Father was suffering from maladies. So with a view to serving his ailing father, he wanted exemption from the class. Mr. Dorothy Dulji was the headmaster of the school then. Then his father wrote an epistle to the headmaster requesting him to exempt him from gymnastics class. Gymnastics and games, these were made compulsory in his school, in his temple of learning, ladies and gentlemen. Now Gandhiji, we know that he was, when his Lord Chelmsford India, he requested, he invited Gandhi, M.K. Gandhi, to switch over to Delhi. This regarding during that time, First World War going on in the world, First World War, World War the First. So there was one war discussion will be taking place there, and he wanted the help from the Indians. Gandhi left no stone unturned to mobilize, galvanize, and motivate the Indians to join, to enroll themselves in that group, in that army, in the World War the First, ladies and gentlemen. But he wrote one epistle, one letter to the Viceroy, Lord Chelmsford. Okay, I agree. I will send the soldiers, Indian people, in the army, but I will kill anyone, nor I will injure anyone. Whether it is irrespective or whether it is insignificant, unimportant, that whether he is friend or foe. So, ladies and gentlemen, so define the acts of honesty, I think this is my viewpoint, ladies and gentlemen, is defined to anti-disestablished materialism. Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life. In the year 1917, the annual conference of the Indian National Congress took place at Lucknow. 2,301 delegates from the Indian National Congress and many visitors paid their august visit or attended in that conference. Ladies and gentlemen, now there was one peasant, poor peasant. His name was Rajkumar Shukla. He also attended. He came to know from a reliable source that there is only one person who could help them out from this trouble, from the exploitation and injustice of the indigo sharecroppers, and he was only Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So he followed Gandhi just like a shadow. Gandhi showed his antipathy. He was apathetic because he was awfully busy at that very point of time. Ladies and gentlemen, Gandhi was highly impressed by the tenacity, firm determination, and never failing attitude of Rajkumar Shukla. And on the appointed day and time, both of them went to the Howrah station, boarded a train for Patna. After going to Patna, do you know what happened? He wanted to visit the house of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the former president of the freedom independent India. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you know? The valiant servant, he mistook Gandhi to be untouchable, belonging hailing from low-caste society. So he was not allowed to sit on the chair. Rather, he was told to sit on the ground, on the floor. Gandhi was feeling very thirsty. With a view to quenching his thirst, he approached the well which was in the vicinity. He wanted to drink water. He was refrained by the servant from touching the well because he thought that Gandhi was untouchable. Hereafter we know many accounts. Today I don't want to prolong my speech, but one thing, ladies and gentlemen, we must not become oblivious of the contribution of Gandhi. The role he played, he wanted what? The main gist, what I should say. There must be moral unification, morally. Every individual, every group, and all the people of the country living in every nook and corners of the country, they must have same morals. That was the main teaching or preachings of Gandhi, ladies and gentlemen. That is what, and the main thing of Gandhi was self-development. And this principles of Satyagraha, you know, all of you might be knowing, this has been accepted by the global population, by the think tanks, by the intellectuals, by the doyens, those who are doyens in various fields. All of them, they have advocated it. And one thing, I would like to say in the end, if we follow the principles, Gandhian principles, then we can translate our dreams into reality. Now in this Navodaya system, the students, the pupils, we want to bring them out just to become the salt of the earth, the ideal citizens of the country. That's why we, the nation builders, the teachers, the teaching fraternity, they were toiling, they're slogging relentlessly day in and day out. Ladies and gentlemen, now MEP is going to be promoted in our country. But education, in the words of Swami Vivekananda, education is the manifestation of the divine perfection already there in man. Service to man, service to God. That is the main thing. And next, I would like to say, if we are honest, if we are nonchalant, if we are attacking management approach, and if we can do introspections and retrospections of our activities, then our life will become worldly, because our life is ephemeral. We have come only for a few days in this world, few years in this world. And say, if I had done anything good for this school, then my name would be written in golden letters in the pages of history. People will remember, the students will remember me. The teaching fraternity, teaching and non-teaching fraternity will remember me for my good deeds. So that's why I have come here, just to showcase the talents. So it is our duty to showcase our latent talents and potential, ladies and gentlemen. With these few words, I wind up here. Have a great day. Thank you.